morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is your Hippydippypainerman, and I am coming at you from beautiful Key Largo, Florida. Welcome to the Fluid Art Express. I hope you saw everyone before me, because they are all magnificent artists. And if you didn't, there will be a link in my description for you to go back and check them out, man. So you should do that. And if you haven't subscribed to them, you should subscribe to them. And make sure you do that like and follow thing. If you do decide to follow, please do follow all. So that means just pull down that little thing right next to the follow button, the little side pull down menu, and you click on all, and that will give you all, everything we do, you'll get. Now, in case you're wondering what this is in front of you, this is my big old gigantic feet, my new shoes, and they are called Archies. Archies are recommended by podiatrists because they're sliders, but they have good arch support in them. I was using sandals, always been using sandals, lived down here in Florida and stuff. But the sandals don't have much support in them. So these were recommended. Well, I went on there and I was going to get me some. And they have 4 colors. They have black, tan, orange of all things, and white. Now, problem is, in my size, the only color they had was white. Well, if you know anything about me, then you know anything that is white around me doesn't stay white very long. So what I decided to do is to take these and tape up the sides and go ahead and paint some cool stuff on them. And then we will take some spray varnish and spray over the design. The first portion of this is going to be to put a little background on there. So we're going to put a little background on there, and then I'm going to let that dry overnight, which for you will be a few seconds, and then we will go ahead and do some designs on it. Now this is going to be a nautical theme, so the background is going to be blue. Blue on blue, heartache and heartache, blue on blue, do-do-do-do-do. You know, I just realized there's a tiny little gnat that has been gobbled up in this light blue paint. It's right here on the edge. Huh. Now how it got in there that quick, I don't know, because I just stirred that up, but yeah, little dead gnat in there, which is not cool. Alright, now Kat, should I go, I'm thinking go from the Sura Ero Blue, by EyeCandy, by the way. That is this color here. I think this is going to be the first color, and then I should put the Chartreuse, which is by EyeCandy also, next, and then the baby blue from Amsterdam, or whatever color blue that is, on the bottom. Does that make sense? Dark blue. Okay. Dark blue to green blue.
Closer to the toe will be light blue.
Right. And then Chartreuse, the green blue, and then the blue blue. Does that make sense?
I reckon.
Alright, I'm going to put the light blue on here first. Now, we're not going to try and do a straight line across there. That's not the, that is not the idea. Matter of fact, I'm going to go from the top down. So, let's go ahead and put the, wrap that up. We're going to go ahead and put on some of that pretty blue up here at the top. Go to this, all the way to the side, see, because this little strap thingy goes all the way across, all the way to the top, to the side. All right. And we're just going to flippity floppity flop over there. Don't know how good this will do. I'm putting the first coat on it. First coat's just going to be just real light. Now, in case you're wondering what all this green stuff is, if you're not familiar with it, this green stuff is what is called frog tape. Ribbit, ribbit. Frog tape, I find, is a little better than your basic painter's tape. At least it is from what I can figure. Seems to work better. And I just put blue paint on my stencils. So we're going to move that. Let's move these stencils completely out of the way so that they don't get more blue paint on them. I will probably fast forward you once I get this little bit on here. Okay guys, I'm going to have to let these dry a little longer before I put the next coat on them because this one's not working out. So when I turn the camera back on tomorrow, you will see them ready to be nauticalized. Okay guys, we are back. Day 2. And although this is not perfect, I think that came out pretty darn cool. I did 2 coats on them. And they have some pretty colors. Now, I have all these stencils. I could draw it. I'm not a bad drawer artist. I used to do tattoos for a living. But these stencils just make it so much easier and simpler and more uniform. So, I'm going to start off by doing some seaweed in the background. Might have some in the foreground too. But we're going to start with the background. So, let me see. For the reeds type seaweed, Kathy, are you listening? For the reeds type seaweed, are we doing lighter green or darker green? What do you think? I think darker green.
Well, I just looked that up.
What?
But that's just...
What? Oh, can't see. She turned her phone around and lost the picture. I do that all the time, guys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe a light green. Well, dark green at the bottom to light green. That's good. I like that. Let's do that. All right. I'm going to start over here on this side. And we're just going to hold that against it. See, this is what we're going to do. It's going to hold it against it like that. Oh, man. I'm using Posca pens on this. Now, there may be a better one out there to use, but ooh, that's wet. I don't want that wet like that. We're gonna. Oh, by the way, I got this little pink mat from Temu. Temu's been kind of cool. I've been getting a bunch of stuff. I got all of these stencils from Temu. I don't know why I'm advertising for them, but I am. Alright, then we're going to go to a little lighter green. And maybe a little yellow. Where's yellow? Yellow at the top. Whoop. Now these pens, there's a thin line on these pens between too much and not enough. Well, you know what? That worked really crappy. I expected that to work better than that. Well, now what are we going to do? Those don't work. I guess we're going to draw it in. Guess I got to use my drawing skills instead. Alright, we're going to start down here. I'm just going to look at that and draw it. And we're going to go up a little bit. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. Up a little farther. Okay. Now we'll switch to the light green. A little higher. And we'll switch to the yellow for the top. Alright. Let's do one next to that. A little shorter, right in here. One more. Now, I will be fast forwarding this in places because I've got 3 hours to show you this, and it's going to take me some time. So, and I think we'll finish it out on this side. We're going to do over here. We're going to do a little bit of maybe a little red. A little red over here. With some red. And I'm going to do those pipey ones. Which is going to be... Let's try that. That's a big, broad... dish. So maybe the stencil will actually work. We can do some colors. I'm hoping by the time we get the colors in, you won't see these bubbles. Is that the lighter color green? Where's the darker color green? Let that dry for a second, then I'll put in some lighter colors. Do not look right now, but it will. It will when I get done with it. Okay, and we're back. Oh, I just want to let that dry for a little bit. Now, what are we going to do with the inside of this thing? Let's see, let's put a little blue eye on him first. And give him a little bit of mouthy. I could outline in black, I guess. The light outline's what's throwing me off. Now I gotta figure out what kind of darn background I'm gonna do. Well, let's start with a little pink coral down here. shark on this one. Big dead eye. Where's the big dead eye? I gotta put the big dead eye in there. Little cuttlefish over there. Well, alrighty guys, I'm still going to have to let this dry and then spray it with a clear coat as the thumbnail when we're done. You'll have the thumbnail that says Fluid Art Express until after the Express, and then I will go ahead and put the thumbnail with these finished after that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take the camera off the stand and zoom in on these. I'm not as happy with my turtle as I am with my fishies, but I think it looks pretty darn cool and better than most of the mass-produced stuff, I think. So I leave that to you. If you like it, please tell me in the comments. If you hate it, please tell me in the comments. We'll get us a close-up here. Oops. Trying to get that light. You got your little seaweeds there, any little shadow of a shark in the background. Got our little fishy. Some coral in between. And on this side, we have a few jellyfishes. And on the second one, we have a big old shark shadow there, and a big old shark shadow there. Starfish, big starfish, a little bit of coral. Here is my turtle. Not the greatest turtle, but like I said, better than most of the mass-produced stuff. Threw a little cuttlefish over here and some more coral there. So these are my formerly only available in white Archies. And for those of you that haven't heard of Archies, I'm not going to do a commercial for them, but they are podiatrist recommended because they have they're sliders with arch protection in them, or whatever you want to call it, arch support, arch support. So there we are. That's my beautiful sea stuff. And again, I'll have to let this dry, then I'll put a little spray coat over top of it. Probably do about 4 or 5 of those because I don't want it to crumble off. And I'll show you that picture after we do our little thing here. Now, if you haven't seen everybody in this little thing, then please go back and go ahead and check them out. There will be a link in my description to play all. If you like those pretty EyeCandy colors I did there on the top of that, you can get those too. There's a link in my description to get you to the EyeCandy website, and also a super secret code to get you 10% off. If you like what you saw today, hit like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, because we'd love to have you here in the Hippy family. Like I always say, kick off your shoes and stay a spell. And if you want to see what I come up with next, once again, hit the little follow bell and go ahead and put the all on there, because you pull down that little menu to the side of it,
and click on all, because if you don't click on all, you're only going to see what YouTube wants you to see in their little algorithm. If you hit on all, then you will see all of everything that I produce from henceforth. And that being said, until I see you again, same time, same channel, one-handed this time. Peace out. Okay guys, these are not completely done. I still have to do some more coats on them, but I've got a few coats of the varnish on them and let them dry so you can see somewhat what it's supposed to look like.